Hello dear Didgeridoo friends, welcome to video number 36 of Ultimate Didgeridoo. Rhythm. I have made these videos, this and the next ones, before some days ago, and I was not happy. This was because I want to add something to the music world in these videos that I consider not being covered so much. You can look on YouTube thousands of videos about rhythm, but most of them, if not all, they don't give you one information. And as a didgeridoo player, Yiraki, Mago player, as a traditional player, you need to know and to understand something and to get it into your system that you cannot find on all those videos, though they are very good. What do you not find? I'm sitting here in front of a fence because that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold! That's how the music world is ticking, especially the pop music world. What you almost never anymore hear is syncopation. What you hear and what you are taught since your school days, since your childhood, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It may be a little bit faster or slower, it doesn't matter. It's this whole idea how a rhythm has to be in the Western world, at least. I know, I can say many black people in my music life the last, let's say 30 years. I had the pleasure to work with black people. I say this black people with the highest appreciation. It's if you understand it wrong, it would be wrong. I think they have something that we white people don't have. There are exceptions, of course. What we don't have is their free mind, their free way to deal with this situation. In fact, I don't think they ever had this situation. What they have, the black people, the black grooves, is, of course, there has to be a timing stability. But in this stability, they are free enough, and they love it to be that free, to dance around the whole stability thing. They are shifting like crazy with so much joy, and this is to me the highest mastery of playing rhythms. What do you hear? Have to provoke here again, haha. If you listen to a white didgeridoo player playing modern style. I exaggerate a bit, but maybe you recognize something. A bit stiff in body, of course, and holding stiff his stitch and one, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Of course, if you have higher skills, maybe you can disguise it to a high effect, camouflage it, but there cannot be really an argue about it. It is freaking just like that. Western musicians are so freaking stuck in their thinking and their playing. but it's still 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 or 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Doesn't matter. It's so rigid, and you consider yourself a rhythm master if you make a little variation. Okay, let's talk about variations. In my opinion of rhythm and rhythmically interesting playing, a variation is still boring. Let's say and this tuk 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 was a variation, but it stood right with everything. No breaking out, no joy really. Okay, for us Western people, I have to provoke here. This is joy, and mostly the audience doesn't complain because they are used to it since childhood. What do we learn in school? You remember? Sit straight and now make a rhythm. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 faster. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. That is what we were told. A prison in my mind. And I want to provoke and I want to inspire in this video. This is what I took on as a challenge. Why not breaking free? This is what the Yiraki and Mago playing, not the modern ditch playing, but Yiraki and Mago, traditional playing, is able to give you, to be free-minded. Let's talk about the modern players, and I say this in every honor they deserve. They practice, they play fine, they do it with energy and joy. But what are they playing? Of course, what they are taught, what they feel, and what they have as an environment, as their living situation. What is the living situation? In my mind, computer world. I was involved very intensely to electronic music for many years, let's say 15 years, and I was doing my music, electronic music, every day. Not only one piece of music a day, but 2 or 3. I was producing like crazy. Very eager to have success, to get famous, you know. And at least in the analog world of analog synthesizers and sequencers, there was joy because you can turn knobs and sliders and like that. That was fun, but it also was, you know. And if you want to program with syncopations, you had to be very, very good in programming. You had to have time, because this takes, let's say, 5 times more longer than just programming. Yes, and you had to be a real good musician. You had to have those black grooves inside of you. If you don't have it, you cannot program it, of course, not even by mistake, because you have to type your buttons and have to know what you're doing. So what the modern players do, of course, is to recreate their living environment, life environment. And this is a computer world with no syncopation anymore. The last time in pop music when I heard a real good syncopation was with Robert Palmer, and this was in the 80s, in the song Looking for Clues, where, and this had to be played by hand because to program it would be nuts. There was that was genius and never heard again, at least by me, in the pop music. Those, let's say, 2 bars, and that's a shame. I think that's a shame. Music is so much richer, has to offer so much more, and especially rhythm. Nobody holds a gun to your head and says you have to play this modern, rigid thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nobody says that. So it's your own choice if you bend and bow and admit to this never given order, or you say, no, I'm a hierarchy and mago player. I understand the world is not structured like that. The world not needs to be a fence, a prison, a rhythmic prison, where I have to sit in and, yeah. There was a techno musician, Sven Väth. He's a German guy, very famous in German many years ago, and in an interview he said, audio is done. There is nothing more to discover. I was thinking all the years, again and again, if this is right. And I understand why he said that, because if you are sitting in front of your freaking computer and typing all the times your rhythms, and there is no joy soon anymore. You are always in your subconsciousness thinking, why I'm doing this. This starts to get really boring. It gets on my nerves, frankly. The Didge is your means to get free, to get rid of this all. Syncopation is the way to go. In the next video, I want to go deeper into this topic. I think that's where it all starts to become music and leaving the technical side of things. I'm very thrilled by this topic, and I'm happy I made this video again, because now my words had the edge that I wanted to have. See you in the next video. Bye.